I think of myself as a bystander. If I saw somebody attacking someone's neck and I didn't know whose gun it was, I didn't know what was happening, my first thought is, okay, I can get the hands off the neck and I can help control someone, because you can see how easily that can be interpreted as you're trying to take their life.
Right. Right. And by the way, this is especially true, I would say, of police officers dealing with non-compliant suspects, where the officers, the most common thing in the world is they're poorly trained. I mean, they don't get a lot of training in the academy, and they get virtually no new training after they're out of the academy, really. And so they're panicked. And of course, if it's a cop, he brought a gun with him. It's part of his gear. So there's a gun in the fight. They have tasers. They often lose control of their taser. A lot of cops who are shot dead on duty are shot with their own guns. They lose control of the gun. And they all know this. So they're very sensitive about the risk of losing control of their weapons to the suspect, as they should be. But they seem to lack the skills to effectively control the suspect without dramatically escalating the degree of force that they need to use. Going to blows, getting the taser out. And of course, once the weapon's deployed, it's much easier for the other party to take it. Getting the taser out, getting the gun out. When have they had a higher degree of training? And I know Gracie University has special programs for law enforcement training, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, and now more than ever, yes, we have our Gracie Survival Tactics. It's GST. Now more than ever, police departments all around the country and the world are saying, you know what, we need to learn more. So they are working on those tactics, and it's been great to see, the partnerships between jiu-jitsu schools and police departments, because people realize that the amount of times officers go hands-on is it's all the time, compared to how many times they need to fire their weapon. Right, to use a firearm, it's probably 100 to 1 in terms of hands-on versus needing to draw their weapon. So let's get more time going hands-on and grappling. So it's been great to see how much police law enforcement has been embracing jiu-jitsu.
All right, man. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming on. Don't go away. I'm going to say goodbye to the audience, but I'd like to chat with you before you sign off. Before we sign off with each other. Hey, everyone out there in the law of self-defense community, here on Gracie University. I've put it up before, gracieuniversity.com. I'm a student myself, folks, 57 years old, just started a few weeks ago. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So you should all be, and by the way, I didn't mention, you should have mentioned this, my friend. I believe it's either the first 10 lessons or the first 10 days is free if you want to try it out. So at Gracie University Dojo. And they'll lend you a gi. They'll lend you a clean gi for you to use during the class, so you don't even have to buy that your first few lessons. But
and if you have a little bit of hesitation, you don't want to do it, or you're a little bit against it, it's the kind of thing where it's worth just trying, just for you to at least know for sure. You know what? I don't like this stuff. Or try it, and you'll be surprised and say, you know what? I like it. But you have to at least try it. And then once you try it for, like you said, those 10 days, then you can decide what path you're going to take.
All right, folks, thank you all for joining us. As always, we'll see you all again soon here again at Law Self-Defense. Check out gracieuniversity.com. Until next time, remember, if you carry a gun, so you're hard to kill. That's why I carry a gun. So I'm hard to kill. So my family is hard to kill. And now I'm learning Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu too. Keep in mind, you also need to know the law to make sure you're hard to convict. Not by learning legal tricks. We don't teach legal tricks here at Law Self-Defense, but knowing what the law actually requires, demands of you for your use of force to be lawful, so you don't end up going to prison for no good reason. Until next time, I remain Attorney Andrew Branker for Law Self-Defense. Everybody, stay safe.